Texas. Kyle Field, home of the 12th man, where they're ready to fight for the dear old Texas Aggies. Kentucky ready to go toe meets leather and start this game. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Texas A&M Aggies offense makes its way onto the field to open this game. To the air, it's Reed. Pressure coming. Chunked it away just as he was hit. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
In most instances, I would say really, really nice decision by the quarterback. But when you've got speed like this guy has, I think you'd sometimes, instead of throwing it away, would like to see him take off and see if he can go make something with his feet.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
On third down, going up top. Got it in the middle. It's Concepcion. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Puts a boot to it. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on twice. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. So Kentucky's offense will go to work for the first time today. And, David, they've got a guy in the backfield that certainly is capable of carrying more than his share of the weight in this offensive attack.
Yeah, he's a piece, but I would argue this, Reese. Like, you need to get the ground game going. For this offense to be successful, they need a physical tone setter, and he can be that, sometimes up, sometimes down. They need that consistently, Jesse.
They need him to show up when it matters the most. And there's going to be times in this game, like we've seen throughout his career, when the defense wants to take away wide receivers or players on the perimeter, and that's when this guy has to show up and shine. He's got vision, he's got cutting ability, he's got speed, but that's got to be on display in this game.
This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Finding open areas. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on third down. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. He'll do it himself on the draw. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot.
There he goes. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision will be questioned. Back to pass, it's Reed. Finds the tight end.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Catch in the middle. It's Kramer. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll go to the ground. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. The Aggies are flying down the field. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. On the ground, it's Moss. He's just outside the 20-yard line, stopped at the 21 after a pickup of 6. And the Aggies are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. And he'll envision the ball flight as he lines it up from the right hash and 38 yards out. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. Auburn is going to get out of Dodge with a win. It's a shave that might have been a little closer than Tigers fans wanted, but a road victory feels great no matter what the final score is. Each week in college football, the tests are just so tough, and we found that out again today, guys, with another ranked team going down.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there.
Quarterbacks love the short passing game early in games because it really helps them get into a rhythm. So nice job by the offensive coordinator giving his quarterback an easy throw, something he can see, and something that he knows he can complete.
And he's brought down after a nice game. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Wants to throw on 1st down. He'll take the deep shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. This time it's complete. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. And the Wildcats come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Trying to pick it up on the ground. He has the 1st and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Wildcats pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Makes the stop at the 23-yard line, but it's a pickup of 15. A 1st down, and this offense is smelling the end zone. The Wildcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
They'll try the right side. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
They could tie the game here with a field goal, but instead looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. Looking for a push on 4th down. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it 1st and goal. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wildcats. They just took the air out of that thing. That might be an understatement. They took the ball away and just wore down, just grinded away at that defense.
It took a lot of time off the clock in the process as well. I'm impressed with the physicality up front of this offense, because that's where it all starts. If you're going to march the ball down the field like they just did, you've got to be dominating in the trenches, and they are doing that in this game right now.
Final play of the quarter coming. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Running to the left. Look out, he's got room. Crosses the 40. Oh, he's got some space. They finally get him on the ground, but that's the kind of play that will carry momentum into the second quarter. We've reached the break, and Kentucky is on top. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Wide receiver comes in motion. Scanning the field, it's Reed. Quickly complete. It's a running room. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. Last completion, move the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Leaves it with the running back. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Aggies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wants to fire on second down. Safe completion on the screen. And this one will be stopped for no gain. And the screen seemed like a good idea at the time, but they were fortunate to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, on defense, I think it just comes down to having really good awareness. You're watching the ball, you're seeing where it's going, you're locating blockers, and then defeating those blocks getting to the football.
Their pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. This might be a little easier if it were straight on, but a 43-yarder from the right hash.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
Fair catch, called for and made. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. It's complete to the left. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Offense in an empty set. Second down, they'll go to the air. He unleashes a long one. He's picked off and he's thrown a dozen of them. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Trying to burn this defensive back. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete. So now it's second and long. Looking for room, it's Moss. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Back to throw, it's Reed. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. Second time today they've been forced to punt. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. To the air on first down. Right on the money. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. The Wildcats can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The give to the back. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He slings it deep to the left. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Out of the gun to give to the back. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on third down. Pocket breaking down. Just a short pass to the tight end. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback.
He's taking the shot. And incomplete on the deep ball.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They've got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
This is a point where you've just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
They're throwing for it on fourth down. Gets drilled as he releases it, and the ball just triples to the ground. Back to throw, it's Reed. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. And the Aggies come to the line on third and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. And the defense stands up this offensive line and stuffs him right at the line of scrimmage. He didn't get it. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Tries to do it himself on the draw. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Looking to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. Oh, they're after him. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Behind the chains now on second and long. Gonna look downfield again. With the catch, it's Wilcox. Finds a crease at the 20. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. They've got this defense reeling after that last play. Now it's 1st and 10 inside the 15. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Here's a heat. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
Really nice awareness that time by the quarterback. He knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up the first down. He's scrambling on that play, and there are a lot of guys out there that would slide, that would try to run out of bounds, protect themselves, but that was really tough what he did. He put his body on the line to go pick up that first.
They moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Draw play, quarterback keeps it. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense, man. Late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
Just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Dropping back, it's Reed. Makes the catch. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Here comes the heat. Across the 45. He's loose. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening. It's first down from the 37-yard line. Quickly to the tight end. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see them develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
And they'll get to the line and spike it to stop the clock.
No gain on the play. Brings up second down.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking downfield, and time is running short. Trying to set up the screen. And the defense doesn't let him get loose, and that's going to wrap things up here in the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Man, if nothing else, a notable first half so far in College Station. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day.
Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on third down. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game. Mark it at the 47. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win it.
It's a seam wide open. Touchdown, Kentucky. He got a step and just dusted the field. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. And he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown.
He'll bring it out. It's Kramer. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Looking downfield, it's Reed. Under fire. Got a man. It's Craver. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Finds his big tight end. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it. The Aggies now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. From the gun, running back gets to give. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Fires to the right. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. He'll ride his man on the option. Quick toss. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Playing the option, man. Consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests. And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. No return coming here. Fair catch is signaled for and made just shy of the 30. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Reed. Fires to the middle. Holds it in. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. And that one's going to get Reveille howling a happy tune.
Reveille, the 12th man, all the swaying, the traditions when you go to an A&M game. These fans love their team, and they love playmakers that make big plays down the field.
Part of the backfield, it's Moss. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. And the Aggies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
And this field goal team has been busy. This kicker comes out for the 3rd time tonight. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. It is good. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Big Ten action today. A couple of teams who have had this game circled on the calendar for some time. Minnesota was able to come away with the victory, but it was not the type of dominant win we've seen from the Gophers over the years. A win, yes, but this one lacked style points. No cupcakes this week, fellas. This Big Ten battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Keeps it on the draw. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Grab near the marker. It's Wilcox. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
The run from the shotgun. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll give it to the back. Got enough for the first. Turning on the Jets. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. The RPO, fire complete to the left. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. And the Wildcats kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. The give to the back. Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Fires to the big fella. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on third down. Now he's going to break the pocket. Did the work himself. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has them set up. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Kentucky has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Trying to run it in. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
He's got him. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
Well, short completion setting up third down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
They'll try to pass their way in. Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a third down stop.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense. You're creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
Touchdown, Kentucky! And they take it in for 6 more points. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W.
I think most coaches on 4th and goal from the 1-yard line nowadays, they're going for it. And I like this offense because if I can't get 1 yard, I don't deserve to win. They're physical, lower their pads, and they get the big 4th down conversion.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking for a man. It's Reed. With the catch, it's Bussey. He'll get it across the 30-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 32 as this offense is trying to do some work. The Aggies with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. And the Aggies come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
Yeah, 3rd and 1, you know what time it is. It's about the big boys up front. You got to give me a little bit of space, a little crack. You just can't give up that penetration. So my running back can...
There he goes. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their...
Throws toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Backed up now. Here's second and long. The throw to the outside is complete.
Pass interference. Offense.
We've got pass interference, but this time it's on the offense. Here comes the offense on second down. Back to pass. Fires to the tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Quickly complete. He's brought down at the 44-yard line, and the defense making a play on third down. On fourth down, trying to find his man. Touchdown, Aggies! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback and wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. If you like old-fashioned, grind it up, run over them, throws toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the deep.
Turning it on!
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And this offense does it again on third down. They have been so elite on third down all game long. That's the money down. All the coaches talk about it every single time we meet with them. They've been brilliant at it. They've built a lead, and they've got a good chance to finish this one out if they keep that up.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. The handoff, keep working on that clock. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on third down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on fourth down. At this point in the game, and this crowd knows this is a huge field goal attempt.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative, use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Dropping back, it's Reed. Fires to the tight end. He gets it past the 30, and they'll get him out of bounds at the 32. The Aggies in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Back open in the middle. Works his way to the 38 after gaining 5. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Wants to go up top on first down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And the defense is smelling blood in the water at this juncture. They know the offense is going to throw it, and that's why you see these D linemen and linebackers, man, they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback, and to hit that time, help force the incompletion.
How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too. Looking to throw again. They get to him as he throws. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. Tries to get it on the ground. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down?
And that just about does it. That about puts this thing to bed. The offense, listen, they had to go for it, but now defense, this is the situation where you say, I'm just going to eat clock, up by several possessions.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Wildcats have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. On the run, it's Patterson. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
And the defense was locked in. You could tell they saw it. They reacted right away. Got the running back on the ground immediately.
Running back searching for a hole. They stop him short, and we'll have a big fourth down coming. Kentucky will be forced to punt. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. They punted away on fourth down. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. The Texas A&M. Defense goes back to work. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on fourth downs, you're right. Create some of the explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
The offense going to try again on another play. They'll just spike it on this one. And the Aggies need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on third down. Looking to pass. It's Reed. Bringing the heat. Caught over the middle. It's Bussey. All out of space. Wide open spaces. The 20. Give him 6 and give them a chance with the late touchdown still alive in this one.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get the close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle it? Great job handling a close game, executing down the stretch like they needed to.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Ultimate Team Challenges presented by EA Sports College Football. Don't forget, you can check your goals in the pause menu. In this challenge, you'll be facing the UMass Minutemen. Take it away, broadcast team.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So Texas Tech's offense has its first opportunity of the day. And Jesse, they've got a running back that they'd love to feature in this if he is able to answer the challenge.
Yeah, and listen, this guy might not be a Heisman finalist, but he can break off long runs. And this defense, David, they better be ready. They better pack a lunch, show up today, and try to get hats to the football. Because if you come out here with your B game, he can run all over.
And it's important for this offense, too.
There he goes. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Red Raider. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
The dream start for this offense. You get the ball in the 25, and you go 75 yards, play one. Everybody excited, everybody confident, everybody jacked up. That's the way you start a football game.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Minutemen going back to work on offense. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. Wilson will throw. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. UMass just trying to get some of that yardage back here on 2nd down. He leaves it with his back. Pushes the pile for a couple of yards down at the 12. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. Get it out on the screen. There he goes. He'll be brought down at about the 18-yard line. Not enough to move the sticks. UMass will line up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Great place to start for this offense. They'll try the run. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. The Red Raiders with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Slithers into space. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Power football with the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And just a great job on the defense being stout. Right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend, and you saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the 1st down. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this 1st period. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Trying to bully their way in. And this offense hoped to just run it in, and the defense was having none of it. No gain. Ball remains at the 2. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Trying to pound it in. He cannot get it in. A mere inches away from pay dirt.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Red Raider.
And how about this offensive line? 3rd and goal, you got to have it. They flew off with the ball. They got some push. They made that easy on their running back to score that touchdown.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. And he loses the ball deep in his own end. Scooped up by the kicking team. Touchdown, Red Raider. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
And this is why a lot of coaches don't kick the ball out of the end zone. They want them to return the football so something good can happen. So you can put a hat on a football, cause a fumble, make something happen, Palmer, and that's exactly what the kickoff unit does.
Man, I love kickoff coverage units, David, that take pride in their jobs. These guys want to line up. They want to run down the field and hurt somebody. That was a huge game-changing play to not just create a turnover, but to score a touchdown.
This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Handoff from the gun. And this one will be stopped for no gain. UMass quickly back to the line. Wilson to pass. Under fire. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
I think sometimes as a quarterback, when your offense is struggling, you don't have any points up on the board yet here at the end of the first half. You're just trying to take a shot to see if your guy can make a play. And that time, he thought he had the matchup he wanted, but he has just not been able to ever find a rhythm. And this defense is making it really hard on him, forcing that one to fall incomplete.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
UMass will line up to punt it away. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because
into the secondary on the right. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a 1st and goal.
it feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice
touchdown, Red Raider! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, this thing's turning into a rout. It's turning into a rout quickly. Really nice job by the offense there, but it's not just them. Their defense is getting it done. Their special teams are getting it done, and it just feels like they're really feeding off of this home crowd and their energy. This has been the definition of home field advantage in this football game.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Plenty of time to work. Not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Wilson will throw. Complete with conviction on the crosser. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. UMass just trying to get some of that yardage back here on 2nd down. Rushes on him. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Snagged in the middle, it's Hendricks. He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Hunt is on its way.
Return runs out of bounds.
Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense.
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on 1st down.
And it's funny, right before that play, I'm thinking to myself, I wonder if this offense is just going to play conservative here with the field position, the fact they haven't scored a ton of points so far in this game, and just run the ball and take it into halftime. No, they're being aggressive, and not just that. They're taking deep shots way down the field, but give the defense credit. They were ready for it, forcing that incompletion.
Oh, he wants it all. Reels it in down the left side. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Back to pass, it's Knight. Here's the pressure. Blasted as he lets it go. Second half just about to get started, and UMass will kick it off. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Keeping it on the ground to open the second half. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Oh, he's got some space. Brought down at the 32-yard line. Picks up 15 yards on the play and an important first down. And the Red Raiders come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll run the option. Now the toss. It's a running room. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection. The Red Raiders back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Oh, he'll keep it on the draw. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. So close to cashing it in for this offense.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Texas Tech 28, UMass 0.
They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. A first down run on the doorstep. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get concerned, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And they tack on the extra point for a 35-0 lead. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. They'll leave it with him. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. UMass has a long way to go here on third down. Wilson to pass. They'll run the screen. Fights off a defender. He stopped right at the 22, and that'll bring us to fourth down.
A really good job by the defense, understanding third down, the situation in the game. I play a little bit deeper, take away the sticks, react to shorter. I got to go get him on the ground now. Nice job making the tackle, but playing the down and distance first, and now forcing a fourth down.
Punt is in the air. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. He'll do it himself. He's loose. It's a seam wide open. And how much running room have they been able to find on the ground? Man, are they piling up some gaudy rushing stats. And the Red Raiders, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Quarterback on the keeper. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called, guys, offensively all game long, or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. The give to the lone running back. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. He'll pull it on the read. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Boy, they have delighted these home fans here by putting this game in a hammerlock, David.
Yeah, this crowd's been jacked up. They've been excited. Now they get to breathe a little bit, Palmer. Nice lead. This offense needs to go out and protect it.
Yeah, they've been the more physical team all game long. So let's just run the ball. Let's just ice this football game. Take the W into the locker room.
He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. With the clock running, this should be the final play. Might as well give it to him again. And this play will be for no gain, and that is going to do it. Final play of the fourth quarter.